Overcoat from the Kamikaze Collection. It's designed for maintaining coatings. If you want to learn more about it, stay tuned. We're going to go into all the details next. Hi, I'm Todd Cooperrider with Esoteric, and today we're going to be talking about the Overcoat from Kamikaze. But stay tuned until the end because we're going to go to this BMW behind me and we're going to walk you through the application process of it. This is a product that's been here at Esoteric for 9 years. Now, Kamikaze Collection, it's been around for 10 years. Think about that for a minute. There's a lot of Me Too companies out there, you know, products that come on the market and you never heard of them a week ago, and now they're selling products that say it's going to last a year. Overcoat was one of the absolute first products I got to test. In those early days, I got Overcoat and I've got the ISM coat. We here at Esoteric were the first worldwide distributors of the product. I was blown away by the performance of the products. Did a really poorly made video back in the day before we had Wes behind the camera, but it showcased what the stuff was really capable of. I loved how easy it was to work with. I loved the crazy water beading effects on it, and I loved the durability of it. That's all the way back in early 2014 when we did that. Well, now fast forward all these years later, Overcoat has always been in the lineup in typical Japanese fashion, typical Kamikaze fashion. It's been refined over the years, and you know, when they're going in and refining it, they're working on user experience. They want to make sure that the water beading is really good. They want to make sure that the durability is good. Make it easy to work with so that you're going to enjoy maintaining your coatings and keeping your car looking good for a long time. Now, talking about these coating maintenance products, we talk about this a lot on this channel and have for many, many years. When you're working with a coating, you only want to put on it products that are designed specifically to maintain those coatings. You're not using waxes or sealants or quick detailers or anything else. At that point, you're degrading the performance of the coating. Now, with this, you're getting into the same kind of chemistry on your Overcoat that you have got in his newest coatings. The key to that is you're going to retain the characteristics of the coating because you're using a very, very similar product. Look at this as like a coating light, which is why you're going to get 6+ months durability out of one simple application. This could be used as a standalone product, so you don't have any kind of coating on your car, you just want something that's easy to work with, something that's going to last a long time. You can go with Overcoat. But once again, it's designed specifically for maintaining that coating. All right, now talking about the durability, you know, anytime you talk on products like this, whether it's 6 months or 9 months or a year or whatever, you're probably not going to put it on and set your calendar for 6 months to go and reapply it. It is very easy to work with. As soon as you start seeing, you know, those water characteristics dropping off just a little bit, you're probably going to want to go in and apply more. You're not going to apply too much of it if you're like me and enjoy working with your coating and working with some kind of maintenance product when you wash it. You can do it every wash if you want to. You can do it every other. You can do it every 3rd or 4th wash, but it's super easy. You know, you can use it on all the painted surfaces. You can use it on the plastics. You can use it on the headlights, tail lights. I don't really recommend it for windows, but the rest of it, it's going to work really, really well. All right, now speaking of the Kamikaze Collection coatings, now you can use this on just about any coating out there. There's no way I can answer, will this work with X brand? There's just too many variables. Chances are it's going to work fine. But when you're talking about the Kamikaze Collection coatings that you want to work with it, we've got individual videos on all of them there. We've got the latest versions of Miyabi, and with ISM, that's what most consumers are going to be working with. I am currently working with this product on my personal car. I got a new 70th anniversary C8 Corvette a few months back. Coated it with the latest Miyabi coat. I've been maintaining it with the Overcoat, and I can tell you the water beading is pretty ridiculous, pretty insane on it. Anytime I'm out in the rain in my Corvette, I'm sitting there watching the water beading racing off of it as opposed to watching what's in front of me. It's that addictive. It is absolutely fabulous to work with. Super, super simple. Back in the early days, those first versions that I told you back in 2014, It was really easy to work with and worked really well. And once, you know, some changes started being made to it over the years, I think the user experience went down just a little bit, particularly if you had a black car. It was easy to get streaking and smearing if you didn't do it exactly right. But the later versions of it have gotten much, much better. Super simple process to work with. It comes out in a really fine mist. Literally, you're spraying just a little bit into your towel, working in the surface. Really easy to work with. And the other thing too, even on a dirty car, when I get in the rain, I mean, the hydrophobic properties of it, self-cleaning properties, are absolutely fantastic. Love this stuff. Will this be my new replacement? Those of you who've been watching, you know what I've been using for the years mostly. I think Overcoat is going to overtake that, especially since I have the latest Kamikaze Collection coating on my car. I'm going to be using this all the time because it is so easy. Now, speaking of easy, we're going to jump over the car. I'm going to walk you through the simple application process so that you can get the most out of your overcoat and your ceramic coating. All right, now let's talk about the application of it. Really simple process. Make sure the car is washed. Typically what we're going to do, we're going to wash the car, we're going to dry it, then it's ready for overcoat. You don't have to do any other kind of prep process involved in it. Particularly if you're maintaining your coatings, everything should be good to go and ready for your overcoat. Now, questions are going to come in. Can you use multiple layers of it? Sure you can. Is it going to give you a whole lot more performance? That's debatable. Like we've talked about many times here, when it comes to coating protective products, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. It equals about 1.1, meaning it gives you just a little bit more performance. So like everything else, we're going to do top surfaces first, work our way down. Probably going to go through a couple of towels during this process. You don't have to throw them away afterwards like you do with a traditional coating. Really simple process. So I'm going to have a nice microfiber towel. You know, we like these 350 GSM towels from the Rag Company. These are the Eagle Edgeless 350s, I do believe. They work well with this. Use your favorite towel that you have. Now, we'll typically start off, give it a little bit of a shake. This comes out in a really fine mist, so it's hard to overuse it. We're going to just do 1 or maybe 2 sprays into the towel to work a section. We're going directly in the towel, not directly on the surface. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to work it into the surface, and then I'm going to flip the towel over, and I'm going to do a light buffing off of it. Don't try to do too big of an area, and don't forget to flip the towel and do a buff. That's where you can end up with kind of streaking and smearing. Or if you use too much product, you start getting crazy and spraying a whole bunch, you can get some kind of streaking and smearing. If that happens, take another microfiber towel, like hot water, wring it out, kind of work it into that area, a light towel, buff it back out, and that should solve any problems due to incorrectly installing the product. All right, enough talk. So I'm going to do a little bit of a spray here, and I'm going to pick a section. I got the body lines that make it kind of easy here. Small circular motions, make sure that I'm getting everything even. Then I'm going to flip that towel over, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to lightly buff everything off. And you can feel on the surface, it's nice and smooth at that point. And then I'm going to continue to break up in other sections of it. Now, another question that people are going to have, can you use this when the surface is wet? Yeah, you can do it that way. I don't prefer to, because sometimes you can get in areas where there's a lot of water and you're just opening up the door for potential water streaking that comes along with it. You don't need to let this set up and cure. You know, if later in the day it's going to be raining, that's fine. This isn't like a traditional coating where you need to keep it dry for 24 hours. Really simple process. I'm not going to go into repeating that same process over and over because it is that easy, and that's what's going to make this such a popular product. Has been such a popular product here at Esoteric for the last 9 years. All right, you want to take a deeper dive into all things coating related. We have got our training academy that's now available online after doing it in person for 10 years. esotericdetail.com/education. We've got paint correction courses. We have got ceramic coating courses, and then we've got a lot of product discussions that we do in there as well. So you want to learn more, check that out. As always, we appreciate you hanging out with us here on the Esoteric channel. Thanks, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.